So remember, you'll get the most out of the class if you take the time to set up exactly like I'm setting up, if you have the materials to do so. One chair for sitting, and then two chairs with the backs of chairs facing in so that you have a support frame. What this will allow you to do is relax, which is key, right? Because a lot of the tension, especially the deep subconscious tension in the body, is protective, and it's subconscious and even unconscious. The moment we stand up and go, "Oh, I could fall," then there's this grip, and that tension has the unfortunate consequence of jamming up all the different joints. So it jams things together and makes them more stuck versus being relaxed and loose and free to move, right? And also, it basically unplugs us from the ground. So, being grounded and stable has more. It's a useful way to think of it, like an extension cord being either plugged in or not plugged in to a socket, the ground being the socket. So when I'm looking for stability, I have to soften and relax and let that foot plug into the earth. And if instead I stiffen everything and lock things up, I've now unplugged myself so I can be on top of the earth with a bunch of tension, or I could be plugged into the earth with this loose, free, movable body, right? So, in a nutshell, that's what we're always trying to do. So, by setting up this frame, it allows you to know psychologically, okay, this is where I will go for my support. So then I can practice standing upright, relaxing, shifting, committing to it. Sort of feels risky to stand upright. That's another problem as well, right? Is what you often see as human beings age is this, right? And a part of that is safety related. We sort of see the ground. We're sort of like ready for falling. And then we're walking around like this, ready for falling. And that really, it doesn't allow the mechanism of our body to work correctly. So it feels risky to go, okay, I'm going to get vertical. That's why using walking sticks or a walker or a cane, or in this case, having this little frame helps us to actually feel the Taoist technique of relax, be loose and soft, and shift and sink down and don't grab on, right? So, all that yap yap to say, set up this frame for yourself or something that gives you the same result of feeling supported, but you've got space to operate. Have a seat in your chair, scoot to that front edge of the chair. The chair gives us a feeling of safety and support. We've got basically a tripod. One, two, three. The chair is the primary conduit to the ground. The legs are sort of secondary. Find Zhong or central upright. Relax, soften. Feel heaviness go where heavy things go. Just settles down. You don't have to push it down. And also, you don't want to be stuck to it and be pulled down. You're relaxing and releasing. So, as what is heavy goes down, the body has this float. You actually feel just a small amount of lift. Loose shoulders, loose hips, loose legs, loose arms. 26 muscles of breathing. Let's say 10 or 12 breaths. Use all those muscles. Take a long, smooth inhale. Get all the way expanded, all the way full. At that full expansion, hold the breath in for a bit, stretching and stretching and stretching. And then exhale when you're ready, seeping the breath out, and then squeezing the breath out, and then holding the breath out. And then when you're ready, inhale all the way to full, holding full. When you're ready, exhale, smooth, long, squeezing that breath all the way out, holding empty, even going a little bit into an uncomfortable place. Don't inhale yet. Kind of feel your body go, hey, let's breathe, let's breathe. Wait for it. Realize you didn't die. And then inhale when you're ready. Holding full is like a feast of chi and oxygen into the system, giving a long period for your body to trade out the CO2, absorb the oxygen into the bloodstream, and then when you exhale, you're getting the waste out. You're also helping pump what you just brought in through the body. And then when you hold empty, it's like fasting. You're training your body to get better at pulling the oxygen and chi from the bloodstream, getting it into your body. Stay empty, stay empty, stay empty. And then when you're ready, you inhale again. So let's just do about 4 or 5 more. Now let's add some movement. Slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arching. Inhale. And when you're ready, exhale. Hands go forward past your knees. Hollow chest, rounded back. Drop the head. And when you're ready, inhale again. Draw those hands back, elbows back, shoulder blade. Arching the spine, all 24 vertebrae. And when you're ready again, rounding. So just be on your own rhythm, 2 or 3 more. Be in no rush whatsoever. Remember, you're connecting your brain to your body when you do these mindful, thorough, complete movements. After your next arch, settle to neutral and go right into your twist. Slide that left hand forward past your knee, right hand and elbow back. Turn your shoulders and head to the right. Inhale back to center. And then right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Turn, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. A few more. Remember the idea that we're subtracting something. dissolving something that's there, an accumulation of residue or rust or unconscious grabbing, holding. And also, as we remove what's blocked there, without our even forcing it or trying, blood flows through the area, electricity flows to the area better. So that happens by itself. So what we're really doing is getting out of the way. That's a big part of Taoist practice is get out of the way and the nature takes over. Nature does quite a bit all by itself, right? We look at the big world, same is true inside of us. Let's come back to neutral. Just hang the arms loose. Let's shift the weight over to the right buttock and lean. Float that left wrist up like it's got a little puppet string tied to it. You see how my elbow floats out of the way here? So let your elbow kind of get away from the body and float that wrist up and lean. You can float that left foot up as well. And then back to middle, crown up high, and then we lean. And back to the middle and lean. Back to the middle, lean. Lean. And back to middle. And then let's do one more thing with the arms and shoulders here. Go forward, bring the arms forward, touch the backs of hands, lift them up, chest level, open. We'll just do 3 of the chest level and then full range. Again, just to unpack what we might be carrying in the scapula, upper back. Oops, sorry. Chest level. I went too high there. Sorry. Just feels so good. Forward, up, level, down. And then let's go 3 full range. Important to internally rotate. Sort of wringing out the rag of the tissue and joints in one direction. And then when you come down, the palms are facing forward. That's externally rotated. And then we spiral internal, lift, big open, arms external. One more. We're cleaning something off that has accumulated, just like plaque on our teeth. Now go back a little, out and up to chest level, forward, backs of hands touch briefly, and then come down, neutral, externally rotate, lift, and then across, down, neutral. Back open and lift, and down. And then 3 more full range, kind of like the butterfly swim stroke. Up and over, down. 2 more. Neutral. Then scoot a little bit back on the chair. Let's just do our leg bit here. We load, use the hands, draw up, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, and load, push, load. Now we've used the hands. Now try no hands, just the brain. Load, push, load, down. Again, load, push, load, down. Two more. Foot and ankle, right leg extend, point and flex. Tilt in and out. Circle in, around, and out. Reverse circle out, around, and in. And down. Switch. Point and flex. Tilt in and out. Circle. Reverse. And down. Scoot all the way to the front edge of your chair one more time. Step feet a little wider than hip distance. Lift your toes. Now we turn on the heels, toes and knees in. Lift the toes, toes and knees out. External rotation, lift toes, internal. External, internal. Opening, close, and neutral. Now heels lift, heels in, knees out. Lift those heels, heels go all the way out, knees fall in. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. So you see how much distance this covers here between the knees without actually opening the legs. We're just rotating, turning. So that's the power of the ball and socket, is it can create massive change just by finding this turning pivot spot in the hips. And that's also true of the main pivot of the body. When we find that pivot in the body, we can make all kinds of powerful change with very little actual movement. Whereas if we don't have these pivots cultivated, then we're moving all these parts sort of clumsily instead of finding the internal movement and mechanism, right? Now, feet back together, arms hang loose, hip hinge. So don't stand up yet, but kind of go 80% to where you would stand up and then come back and lean back. Work on an important part here, which is scapula, arms, and shoulders loose so that when you fold forward, they hang here rather than grabbed on by the body. But also, a lot of times when I have people relax their shoulders, they lose their spinal uprightness. They kind of collapse that. So be able to differentiate between loose shoulders and zhong remaining intact. Now we go to stand up, arms loose. Fold, float those loose arms a little in front, and then just easy as pie, come all the way up. Same idea, when the hips go back, the arms need to hang loose. Keep zhong through the spine, fold your parts, right? So if you organize everything correctly, it does not require force and tension. It just requires elegant arrangement of the parts organized around the middle. Hinging, folding, and again. And, and, up. Now, don't sit in your chair. Sink and rise and hips forward. And middle and back and sink and rise, middle, hips forward. Now, can you get that to flow? Flow. No tension required. Liquid, fluid mechanics. And middle. So you keep your chairs just as they are. You don't have to change anything. I just get rid of mine because I need all the room I can get here. Turn and face the right side chair. Stand tall, soft through the body. Now just a little tip to the toes. Middle of feet. Heels. Middle of feet. Fingertips can touch the chair to give you that sense of safety, but try to not grab the chair and try to not lean on the chair. Just be there with it in case, like break glass in case of emergency. Have this sense that, okay, the chair gives you opportunity to truly practice not having a chair. That's the intelligent way to use these supports that we can have. Now, fingertips on the chair, lift your heels. Lower your heels. On this one especially, be really ready to use the chair. When you go back and pull the toes up like so, we don't want any, timber falling back. Go forward and lift, down, rock back and lift, down, rock forward and lift, down, rock back and lift, and down. Now rest the heels of the hands on the chair, walk back, and then from that same leg pelvis junction, stick your butt way back. Get a stretch through the legs, the buttocks, the back, the arms, the shoulders. Oh, this one can be such a relief. Remember to use it throughout the day. Chest up, hips a little forward so you take the pressure out of the pose, and let's go in one more time. All the way in. And chest up, hips forward, walk all the way forward. Stand upright. Turn and face the front. So the chair should be right off to the right of your legs, and step back so the chair is now off to the right and in front. So that creates this runway. So it's this empty runway that has value to us in the practice. Now, hang arms loose, soft through the legs. Touch your navel just to mark your middle. Poke in at your belly button and project all the way back to your lower back. So these 2 points, front is the belly, back is the sort of lumbar 3, 4, 5 area generally. Then right between those 2 points is our middle. So if you relax your body, you become water, the place you control your body from is this middle. So now move from that middle a little more over to your right leg. And remember that the general response is going to be to lock. As soon as we take our balance and start to challenge it, soften a little through the leg and let your body weight be received by the leg so that this foot is kind of empty. And just check it, just see. Does it have a little slide ability, move ability? You want to sink through your right and go, okay, yeah, this one is now, it's got a little ability to move. And then change from your middle. Remember what I said, when we move from the correct middle, it's far less activity. It's just got to be precise. You go over a little bit, sink through the left leg, let that leg take the weight, and then just check. How's this right foot doing? It has some freedom. Now you're underground, you are grounded. Stay grounded as you switch to your right leg. So we don't come up and over, we stay under and then just transfer so that it's the right leg plugging us in, and then transfer so it's the left leg plugging us in, and then the right leg. So again, as soon as this starts happening, people often will start to Do it from up top. So make sure you don't move from that middle, and just notice how when you move from your middle, shoulders, head, spine, hips, everything goes with. It's all in harmony with. And it hits the target. If I go too far, I've missed. It's got to be right above the target and down, 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 down. Now stay down through your left leg, lift your right heel, get to the tippy toe, and down. Change the weight to the right leg, left heel lift, get to the tippy toe, down. Continue doing that. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit. When I lift, the knee goes a bit forward, the hip sits a little, the heel raises, and then down. Shift. All the way, down. Shift. Lift, down, shift. Lift, down. Level 2. The weight goes down your left leg, get to your right tippy toe. Fingertip could just touch the chair. And you go, float. Place the foot down with 0 weight. Shift the weight underground. The weight's now under your right foot, so the left foot can tippy toe lift. Down. This is a good one, as you're feeling a little more capable to do no hands. Trying this no hand challenge, but the chair is always there for you when you need it. Remember the middle. Remember this idea of heaviness. It's got to go. If it's not down underneath us, it's held in our body. We got to let it go and get the stability from that, from chunwan or sunken heavy. And then Qingling is it's this good news that Tai Chi can offer, this light, nimble. Now stay in the right leg. Let's hand on the chair for sure so that we can maximum range this. So don't muscle this. Use the chair and fold up. You might even grab it and just pull it up and in a little just to maximize. And then all the way down, empty. Do it again. All the way up. All the way down. All the way up. All the way down. All the way up. All the way down. Switch. Shift. All the way up. And again, we're still using that one side chair, so you can use your other hand. You don't have to grab it every time, but helps to just kind of go, okay, where's that maximum? And then can I get there with just the brain? And then let's switch each time. But remember the underground idea so that it's underground. This one is empty. Lift and lower while it's empty, then underground. Truly be connected under through one leg so that you can lift and lower. And someday you can go lighter on the fingertips. You can try no hands. Remember on Friday's class, this is that golden rooster practice that we do. So all these techniques show up in more intricate, complex ways. And we're not walking anywhere, we're just being in place. Now, middle, 2 legs, full empty switchability, body upright, soft and relaxed. Now, put all your weight in your left leg, right heel, touch, out in front. Bring it back to where it was, change the weight underground. Other foot empty, touch. Bring it back, change the weight underground. Once that right foot is empty, touch. Back, change, touch. Back, change, touch. Back, change, touch. Back, change, right foot out. Now commit from your middle, down through the right, down through the left. Notice what changes. As soon as we start traveling in space, usually there's a uh-oh that happens through the system. Can you stay relaxed? Let your chair be your safety valve. Just relax. 100% in one, 0 in the other, 100% in one. Now, with your weight in your back leg, lift, lower, shift. Use the chair as needed. Bend, touch the toe. Remember, underground. Underground. You stay underground. This one is free. And then underground. So this one's free. Teacup sitting on your head, floating along with us. Now, good idea to have a hand on a chair for this one so you can go maximum, softly down, shift, back leg, forward and up maximum, softly reach it back without 1 ounce of weight, shift. The weight underground allows safe lift and lower. The weight, if it's not underground and we lift, we uproot ourselves. But if we sink through the tissue and fluid, then we've got all this capability. So it's this feeling of soft, sunken. Looks good, everybody. Now let's switch sides. Bring your right foot next to your left foot, all the way through your right. Side step. Bring that right foot close to your left foot. Put the weight in the right foot again. Left heel out. Back. Switch. Out. Back. Switch. Heel. Switch. Remember, the achievement is always down. How do we get down? By not clenching. By getting out of our way. Get out of the way, which takes serious courage. It takes a lot of courage to be soft in the face of danger, face of threat. So Tai Chi is quite a courageous path, even though it uses all these words, yielding and softness and gentleness. But that's actually quite a courageous route, right? Now, left foot in front, relax. Just kind of melt your way into that leg, and then melt your way back. And melt your way sinking through the left, and melt your way sinking through the right. Try to limit any forward. That's where it'll happen. It'll happen that we are somewhat tight and we lead through the upper. Soft. Soft. Now, stay sunk through your right leg. Chair there should you need it. Empty left leg. Float. Down. Shift. Moving forward. Back leg empty, just soft from the knee. Shift. Sunk through the right leg. Lift. Lower. Sunk through the left leg. Bend. Touch. Sunk. In the beginning, since the habit is to uproot ourselves, we have to remember to reroot to the earth. Eventually, you never unroot, so you don't need to reroot. You're just rooted. You're just grounded. Hand on the chair. Up. Down. Shift. And forward and up. Back. Shift. And up. Down. Shift. And forward and up. Back. Shift. Someday no hand, but don't force that, right? At first it's just fingertip. One more. Left foot next to right foot, side step to your other chair. Bring it in. All the way through your left leg, your right foot out. Now it's shift, step, shift. 2 steps forward, and then shift into your right leg. Step your empty left toe, and then shift into your empty left leg. Make it your full leg. So it's full empty change, step the empty, and then full empty change. And in reverse, full to empty, change, step, full to empty. Feel the constant. Legs are changing full and empty, yin and yang. The constant is in here. A sense of floating middle. But the legs have to be capable of this change. So a lot of times people's legs are stuck in they call it being double weighted. So we have to have this ability to go mountain cloud. Now float the cloud up, down, and then turn the cloud into a mountain. And your mountain is now a cloud, so you can step over. Set it down. It's still a cloud until you decide to put the weight in it. And then that other leg changes. Now, leg is a mountain. Make sure you're clear. One is a mountain, one is a cloud. The cloud leg can actually move. It has to remain a cloud all the way. And then from the middle, plug to the earth. So you're grounded, still grounded, never not grounded, still grounded, just changing what is the conduit to which you're connected. Grounded, lift, lower, ground, 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 ground. Let's go full range. Use the chair for full lift, full elongation, change, and then heel, knee, foot, down, change, back leg, up, back, change, up, tuck, reach, change. Maybe someday you're trying this with no hand on a chair, but, be careful because there's a lot happening. But eventually it's this still point in here that if you feel it, it starts to feel very cozy, comfortable. So you can be in a full sprint and feel that cozy, comfortable quality. Let's switch. Side. And put that left foot in front. Level one is just shift, step, shift. Floating along by connecting down, 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 down. As soft as you can be with integrity still intact. So we haven't schlumped. We got our alignment so we can actually let go and get the result that Tai Chi and Qigong are looking for. Let's go level two. Hand on chair as needed, where you float, lower, shift. Once you truly empty that back foot, float it. And then once you've committed, then float the other foot. And then commit, float. Commit, float. Commit, commit. Full range, good idea to use the chair so you can maximize range. Heel, knee, foot, down, shift, up, back, shift. Everything's grounded. So then it's chingling, light, nimble. Everything's grounded. You took care of priority one, so then all this ability becomes available. Take care of priority one, because if you don't do it through here, you'll do it through falling, right? Yeah. It's a very elegant system, but it's really powerful. And at first it can sound very strange until you go, actually, it makes the most sense out of everything, but it's subtle. Now, I'm going to go to the far left of your space. You should already be pretty close there. Turn and face down range. So now you have as large of a runway as your room will allow. And you'll have your chairs in, there's a little gap of danger, but you have chairs close enough that you can get to them if you need to. Level one, we go step, shift, and somewhat robotically, not robotic as in stiff, but step without advancing, advance by committing down to your new leg, step without advancing, and then you commit to that leg down and note that that's how you move forward. You step, because too often when people step a foot, they're stuck to the leg in some way or they're leaning over themselves, but stepping with no body weight and then melting to the ground and then stepping, melt to the ground and stepping, melt, and then go backwards. Melt, step without getting pulled backwards off of your left leg, then melt down to the new location, you've moved backwards. Step without moving backwards, then melt down through that leg. That's what moves you backwards. You step, you do not move backwards. You melt down to the earth through that leg. That moves this straight up and down body backwards. Step, melt, step, melt. Go forward again. Melt down through the leg, step. Melt down through the leg, step. Melt down, down, down. Back. We go down, step, down, step, down, 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 down. If you'd like, start to increase the length of your walk and let it flow a little bit. Or actually, before you even increase, you can just try to let it flow. You can just down, down, down. So it'll start to feel like your floating middle is on a constant float because your feet are like wheels, wheeling you, wheeling you, wheeling, 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 down, 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 down. And then with that, you can increase length of stride to the degree that you can. So now you're moving quote unquote faster because you're covering the same amount of ground in less time with fewer actions, but you're not rushing. Now, once you're back at your starting gait, turn and face forward. Right leg out and in. Leave it out. Underground. Down through your right leg. Underground down through your left. Notice how that brings your middle sideways in space. And if you're relaxed and aligned, it brings the whole body, right? Sometimes people do this and this happens, but it's because they're doing something funky. If we relax and then just move from our middle, everything happens just as it should. Stay in your right leg, left foot in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Keep it in from your middle. Find the way down to the earth through the left so your right foot's empty. And then from that middle down, left foot empty. Down, down. So you're just changing the plug. Plug, 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 plug. Now plug down through the left and step the right foot out. Plug down through the right, step the left foot in. Down through the left, step the right foot out. Down through the right, step the left foot in. Down and step, and down and step, and down, step, down, step, down, step, down, step. Reverse. down, step, down, step, down, step, down, step, down. So you can speed it up someday without it becoming clunk, 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 right? By being truly soft and finding the earth, finding this empty and full. Now let's take that up a notch. Shift to the right, turn, brush and sweep. Shift to the left, turn, brush and sweep. Shift to the right, turn, brush and sweep. Step left foot in. Shift down through the left, turn, brush and sweep. Step your right foot out. Let's travel across the room doing the bear washing paws. Step in. Bear washing paws. Step out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Out. Turn, brush. So loose, but not sloppy and disconnected. Precise, but not stuck and rigid. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. So it's soft, 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 but they should be able to hold here, kind of float there as you step in. And then you drop the weight through the right and turn and all the way through. Let them go, 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 go. Step out. And then in. Out. In. In. Out. Now left arm high, chest level, brush knee, swap jumping fish. As you step in, left hand down, right hand floats up so that you drop the weight through the left and brush, swap. As you step out, the arms change and as you step in, the arms change and be clear. You just made a good adjustment, Altenberg, being less like this and more like this, like separate from each other. Because this is your brain kind of going, I don't want to lose control. This is expand your awareness. Be able to track all the way down here and all the way up here, and then track their exchanging low and high. And then all the way across, and then step in, out. The bear swatting that jumping fish. Two main phases, the shift, turn, brush, swat phase, then the changing high to low and stepping phase, and then the shift and turn, brush and swat phase, the step and the change high to low phase, shift, turn, brush, swat phase, change high, low, step, shift, turn, brush, swat, step, change high, low, step, shift, turn, brush, swat, change high, low, step, right? So you see how be a robot first, but be precise. Now, step out, fold that top hand. Let's go shift, turn, brush, push, right? All the way out. Step as you go, left hand low, right hand wing roll, fold, and then shift, turn, brush, push. A little more sophisticated, right? And then right hand down, left arm, wing roll, fold as you step, but still two phases. Phase one, shift, turn, brush, push. Phase two, stepping in, left hand down, right arm wing roll fold. Eventually all those together. Then phase one again, shift, turn, brush, push. Then phase two, right hand down, left arm wing roll fold, step. Phase one, shift, turn, brush, pull. Phase two, step and the arm chain. Shift, turn, brush, pull. Step, arm chain. Shift, turn, brush, pull. Step, arm chain. Step out. Shift, turn, brush, pull. Step in, arm chain. Shift, turn, brush, pull. Step, arm chain. Shift, turn, brush, pull. Step, arm change. You're training your middle pivot. Because someday it happens where you start to go, oh, I can feel the middle and coordinate the whole octopus, the whole body. And step out. Both palms face each other. The double palm circle over top. We add sink and step. Stay sunk. Rise and step. Stay risen. Sink, step, stay sunk as you shift, turn. Rise, up and over. And Lana, keep your palms facing each other like this so they go over top. I know you can't see them on my screen, but they keep going with each other. So they're, yeah, exactly. So they're over here, step, and then they swing under, and then they come up, and they stay together. Now, drop them down that right side, step, swing under. As they come up, bring that right foot in, up and over. And then as they come down, step, swing under, rise, turn, sink, turn, rise, turn, sink, turn, rise. Now, one we haven't done all that much, I'll just show it to you. It comes from 13 energies. Left palm up, right palm down. So you go this way, and then turn this way. Turn this way. I'll be right back. Hello. See. So again, it's loop all the way to the end, turn over, loop all the way over, turn, loop. So let's do that as we walk. So we're stepping out and going loop, turn it over, step in, loop, turn over, step out, loop, turn over, step in, loop, turn over, step out, loop, turn over, step in, loop, turn over, step out, loop, turn over, step in, step out. Let's go back, loop, turn, step, loop, turn, step, loop, turn, step, loop. So remember your middle, right? Everything's changing. What is up is down, what is left is right, what is empty goes full, and they switch back and then back again and back again. So free change. right? We know that statement. Nothing is constant but change, except the still point inside of that change, which isn't fixed. It can't be a fixed place if it's going to allow change. So it's this empty quality of stillness inside where change can move through unimpeded that gives us the only sense of stability that is real. That's like sustainable and real. How do we do it? Soft. When we soften and do Tai Chi practices, we run into places that are not soft. They're either collapsed or they're rigid. And so these movements, this turning and movement. So let's go there and back one more time, freestyle a little bit. So remember which ones we did. We did the bear wash pause. We did swat the fish at the various levels. We did push, right? We did the big circle. We did the loo. So you can combine them. I did a part circle and then a loop, and then a loop, and then a brush knee push, and then a bear swat fish. And so they mix and match real nice. And there's other movements that can show up as well. So freestyling, there's only one way to do it wrong, and that's to hurt yourself. Everything else, there's a name for it, probably. There's doesn't really need to be a name, right? The what's in a name by any other word, whatever rose would smell as sweet, right? We don't have to have a name for movements that are valuable to us. Spiraling, shifting, turning the body parts, stepping, circles, elbows, fists, open palms, different hand positionings. Everything wants to move. To try and itemize everything down would take forever. It's nearly infinite. So best to learn to trust the Tao, trust the Qi, trust your intuition, listen, feel, sense. Learn the principles of structural integrity, soft and pliable. Heaviness goes where? Oh yeah, don't hold the heaviness, drop it. Feel that Qing Ling. You have a middle. And so everything you see in the different families of Tai Chi practice, of which there are many, and then there's sword practice and stick practice and staff and spear, and it just keeps going and going and going. So unless you have endless time, you can't learn it all, but you can practice what's appropriate for you, practice what your body is begging for with everything that I keep showing. I keep repeating the same ideas that at first may sound like, oh, I already know this, but then when you let it go, sort of penetrate in, and then you put it to practice on your own time, start to see something there, right? So, great job, everybody. Let's finish with just a sync chi wash organs, right? So the other piece is that our chi, our life force, by doing movement, it makes sense that we're doing what with it? We're calling it out and sending it out into space through the body. We're expressing it. If we did that endlessly, we would exhaust ourselves. We'd go, ugh, and we'd get out and our battery would be empty. So, but if we just let everything sit in the battery the whole time, it's stagnant and these channels get unirrigated and there's no healthy plumbing, right? So we've just sent it all out in different ways. We're moving, we're flowing, but to reorganize it and then recenter it, this little practice called Sing Chi Wash Organs. So standing loose, you stay facing forward. I just turn so you can see a little bit. Toes, heels. So just small. From the middle, just a little bit to the toes and a little bit to the heels. Now add toes, hands forward, but not up. heels, hands back. Again. So this little swing is just to reset that loose quality. Now we do the sink chi wash organ. So rock to the heels, open, lift. Rock to the toes. The hands do a sort of soft gathering gesture way out in front. And notice where my arms are. They're a little bit above the diaphragm. Their hands are in front of the mouth. So don't be down here, be here. And then softly back to your heels as you fold those soft arms and shoulders in as if bringing in the mouth, past the mouth, and then settle to the middle of your feet. Your hands settle to the belly for a moment. Then hips back and elbows kind of forward, this opening of the back. So you want to get good at that, and it doesn't need to be some massive movement. It's just a softening, sort of a disappearing act of the front so that you then find this way through and back to standing. So we rock back, open, unfold, lift. So that's one shape. Rock forward, sweeping around, palms face up. That's a second shape. Rock back, the soft gathering in the upper, settle to the middle of the feet, hands settle to the belly, pooling there. And then that disappearing act of soft front, hollow front, open back, sink, and your arms that are slightly internally rotated by the time you finish your squat have released them completely. And then they stay soft as can be as you come up. So often when people come back up, they go like this. So it's let go and then come up with them so loose. And we do it one more. Rock, open, lift. Rock to the toes, sweep around. Rock to the heels, this bringing in and settle to the middle of the feet, hands settle to the belly, pooling. And then this hollow release. And then stand back to vertical. Wing roll full, close. Everything settles to that belly. And then we say, okay, chi, you're done for now. Hands stack. Wu ji means no activity. Try to get a feeling of call no chi out of your battery. Zero, like a perfect nap. A pause. And then Wu Wei means doing nothing. So being in this state of Wu Ji, but accomplishing everything through your day. So if you had to walk across the room, you wouldn't, all right, here we go. All right, I'm going to use all this chi to get there. Instead, you would do nothing. You'd start from a place of zero. You'd relax. Then you'd go, okay, well, I'm just going to do what is required. Shift and step and shift and step. And, oh, I got to pick that thing up over there. Let me fold and sink and get it and come up. And so everything you could possibly do can be done in a Tai Chi manner. And that's this Wu Wei idea. Accomplish everything you have to do today, but from a state of conserved, come out as much as needed, and then go back to storing your chi. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Great job. Any questions, thoughts, insights, epiphanies, Tai Chi stories, Tai Chi moments where you either didn't do it and it bit you, or you did do it and it helped you? Anything at all?
Thank you, Otto. I gotta go.
All right, bye. Bye, Lana.
Thank you. That was great.
Great, Donna.
Have a good day, week, whatever. See
Bye.
you Friday.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I get a burning sensation sometimes in my muscles when I'm too long in a position.
Sure.
I don't know if that's oxygen being depleted from that area or what.
Could be. Like the fatigue side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, sometimes you have to come out of the position too much, all the way, or sometimes you're in it too much with too much tension, and that pain that you're talking about is you're using tension-based strength, and if you just back off a centimeter or two,
That's
right? And it's so subtle. It's so subtle. Honestly, I think of the term connoisseur all the time because I went to one training for like a tea connoisseur, and it was just talking about subtlety. Like the skill is being able to taste the most subtle qualities, and we have to be that way with our body. You have to be able to discern subtlety in position, right? Sometimes it can just be this versus this, or even smaller, and it's that change that all of a sudden opens the channels up. So it's subtlety of flavor, and like you're saying, that tension, most people would say, oh, I got to stop. Well, maybe, but sometimes it's just drop a little something. And then flow goes through and you go, oh, I can sustain it there. I can't sustain it like this because I'm choking it. But there, oh, right? And through. So,
good.
okay.
Good to think through it like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
All right, have fun with it. See you. Bye, Karen.